right, guys, back again with Bryn and Emily. We're going to talk about some things that you need to know when you are doing a toss, and then we're going to teach you 4 kind of basic tosses that we see quite often, just so that you can kind of get used to tossing and that sort of thing before we see you at auditions. Okay, all right, so we're going to go to Bryn first, just to give you some basic tips about what to remember when you're trying to do a toss.
Alright, so one of the things when you're trying to toss is that your hand, you should praise Jesus. That's what we say. So your hand has to go straight up to the sky whenever you're releasing your tosses. It can't be like out here or like right here. It has to be straight up, kind of close to your ear.
Because if you don't do that, guess what? You're going to fling your flag somewhere you don't want it to go.
That's called rainbowing. If you're moving your hand around while you're tossing, it's going to go everywhere.
Straight up.
Yeah. And then whenever you do release your flag, to help you like learn to like release and like get your hands off the flag, you can like smack your legs to make sure like when it's up in the air, you can smack your legs and then you can catch your flag. Later on, whenever you get the hang of it, you really shouldn't slap your legs. You can just kind of like bring them down. But
That's just to make sure that, again, everybody looks the same, because after we've released our flag, we don't want to get what we call chicken arm. All right, that means that your arms, your elbows are out to your side or something while you're waiting for your flag to come back down. We want to keep our hands to our side while we're waiting for our flag to come back down. Even though I know it's going to come down fast, but in that amount of time, we still don't want our arms out to our sides. We want them straight down at our sides, all right? All right, so the first toss that we're going to do is we're going to talk about a pull toss. Emily's going to talk to us about that.
Okay, so for a pull toss, you're going to be at a blue angle, so a shoulder hip angle. Your thumbs are going to be facing together during this toss. So you're going to be grabbing over. One hand is going to be a tab, and the other hand is going to be a second tab.
So again, that was over, thumbs pointing at each other.
So then you're going to be at your boot angle. So before you even start tossing, the first thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to be pulling down. This is why it's called a pull toss. So this hand is pulling down, and this hand is going up. So whenever you're just pulling, it should kind of rotate a little bit and push your wrist. So before you actually start throwing your flag, make sure that you're doing those steps in order to be able to actually release it. So start off pulling, and then it just goes up, and you're just going to want to keep doing that until you feel like you have the hang of it to actually release it.
Yeah, again, what she said is go through the motion, but don't release it. Try to practice that a couple of times before you actually let go.
Okay, so you don't want to actually let go now, so right back up. So for this one,
Talk.
there's only going to be one rotation. There's only going to be one rotation for this one. So whenever you pull, okay. So your hand, whenever you catch, your left hand should be under on your bottom tape now, and your right hand is still going to be over.
And notice she grabbed it with both hands at the same time. That's your goal, is to grab both.
Be still at an angle whenever you catch. Try to get it at an angle.
Back at your shoulder hip, your boob angle again once you catch it. Now, Emily, tell them what to do when they're the first couple times they release. What is something that we suggest to them to do if they're just learning to catch? But to get the release right, what do we tell them to do after this first couple of times?
What?
Run away. We tell them to run away, right?
Oh,
If they need to, they can run away from it.
yeah, duck your head, run away if you have to.
Just to get used to releasing it. If you need to, release it and then run away from it, just so you get that feeling, and then try to catch it. Okay, all right, so that was a pull toss. Now, Bryn's going to talk to us about a flat toss. Pay close attention, because this is in the school song.
yes. Okay. So your right hand is going to be thumbs up on the pole, and it's going to go behind you like this. So the silk part should be on your right side, and it's going to hold it like this. And the motion that it's going to do is it's going to go over top of your head, and it should be flat.
So you just kind of like helicoptered it across your head.
Yeah. So you can just practice like going up like that. And you'll want to release above your head, like right here. So I can show you that. So you're just gonna go up and catch like this. So you're gonna catch the same way that you were holding it like this. And it should be in front of your body when you catch. So I'll do that again. You go up, release, catch.
Again, we praise Jesus. You release it when your hand's up over your head. Okay.
I'll do that again to emphasize that. So
Okay. Now again, we try to catch it with both hands at the same time. So that was a flat toss.
yes.
Okay. And now we're going to call this a silk toss. Okay, there are different things that you can do with the silk toss, but we're just calling this a silk toss because you're going to start with one hand grabbing in the middle of your silk on the pole. All right, so
Do you want me to do a cone with this?
yes, go ahead and do a cone. We didn't do cones. We needed to do cones in that other video, and we did it. So
Coning on the bottom kind of helps to give you guys some momentum whenever you're tossing. So you're going to start off by taking your right hand and grabbing under, kind of like a fourth of the way into your silk. So your thumb should be pointing towards your actual silk and your silk. And then your left hand is going to be pointing towards your silk also with an over grip. And you're just going to start off kind of like at this angle and cone on the bottom.
so it's like you're stirring a
Circle
pot.
around your feet.
Yeah, like you're stirring a pot or making a circle on the ground.
So once you make your circle on the ground and you get back to this little angle right here, then you're going to push out with this hand, and then it's just this right hand is going to rotate and pull up. So it's kind of like a pull toss, you're just in your silk, so it just kind of makes it a little bit bigger. So I'll do that one more time. So you cone on the bottom, and you can catch up. Usually that's what I do whenever we're doing this. Usually we catch up, don't we? Oh, we catch down. I didn't have enough rotation. I'll do that again. This is hard.
It just depends.
And you catch thumb down. Usually we catch one-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time you're going to catch one-handed, but
So usually on this toss we do catch one-handed at tab with your thumb facing toward the bottom of your pole. So an over grip whenever you catch, and it's usually just like right here in front of your right arm. So I'll
Okay.
do that one.
all right. So can we see that one more time? Now again, what is your hand doing as you're releasing that? Because it looks like you're doing an extra little something, flick something when you get it up
Kind
there.
of
So
flicking your wrists up a little bit, so you're still praising Jesus, but instead of just going like this and pushing, your wrist is kind of flicking it. So that's one of the reasons why having your thumb straight out whenever you're doing stuff is really important, because your thumb kind of helps to get that last little flick of a rotation to make sure that the flag lands exactly where you need it to for the next thing that you're doing.
okay, all right. So show that again.
So you do your little cone on the bottom, you
And
push
you're-
and
yeah.
flick, and you grab at tab with your thumb toward the bottom of your pole.
Okay, and without the flag in your hand, show them one more time what that wrist is doing when you're releasing without the flag in your hand.
Okay, so it pushes up and kind of flicks to where you want to try to get your wrist to kind of rotate enough to where it's almost facing toward wherever you're tossing.
Okay.
So toward the front. So it's going to flick that much to get a good rotation to come back down.
Okay.
The more you do it, the more strength you get in your wrist, so it'll go even higher whenever
Okay.
you keep practicing.
All right. Now, girls, do we want to go ahead and do the 45 toss, or do we want to do the 45 toss by itself?
What do you think? We can walk through it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a little bit different.
Okay.
You wanna
All
do
right.
it together?
Now, this one's a more difficult toss to nail down because you have to make sure that you get each one of these. So we're going to show it to you because you'll probably see it at some point in time in our routine in the fall. But don't beat yourself up if you have a hard time with this one, okay? All right, so but they're going to walk you through it and show it to you.